Aloha, and now we're going to take a look at Dim and M, aka Kyle Kulinski, the real Dim Shady of secular talk. He says the Democrats need a wake-up call. So he's going over the DNC chair debacle that we've been talking about for all these videos. We got a few more after this still.
We got to talk a little bit about the Democrats here. So look, let me say this up front because I actually think this is really important in today's day and age to make this point and make it repeatedly. But the point of this segment is not to be a fucking dipshit and a dimwit and to say, bro, everything's equal, bro. Both sides are the same, bro. It's like, that's just how it is. Like, both sides are bad, bro. It's the dumbest, lowest IQ point of all time. We are so far above and beyond the era where somebody could say that and have it be a valid point, given the nature of what the Trump administration is doing right now in front of our face on a daily basis. The single worst Democrat in the country would not be this fucking horrible. If Joe Manchin was president, it would not look this disgusting, humiliating, embarrassing, pathetic, corrupt.
But see, they wouldn't be doing anything still, and anything that they would do would be able to be turned over by the very next Republican. It's the game they play.
I mean, you have a South African robber baron billionaire illegally hacking the treasury. Are we really going to sit here and do false equivalence in the year of our Lord fucking 2025? So that is not the point of why I'm doing this segment. I'm doing this segment because it's, you know what? Wakey, wakey, up and at 'em. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Now, if he talks about the Green Party DSA and actually going left and doing some progressive stuff, I would love it. Let's see. Is he going to do that?
It's time to wake up. It's time to go to work. It's time to stop being pathetic. It's time to stop being losers. It's time to stop being scared of your own shadow. It's time to stop believing in fucking nothing. So the Democrats have a serious problem. They have a really fucking serious problem. We are currently witnessing, and this is not hyperbolic in the slightest, a fucking fascist takeover of our government where laws are being broken on a fucking regular basis. The robber barons are in complete control. You have imperialistic warmongering where they're saying we're going to take over Panama.
So he even did the video where it said that 30% of what we want gets done, 30% of what we don't want gets done. It doesn't matter. Our opinion doesn't matter. We just get 30% of what we want or not. And that if you have money, those people have that different line, right? And it's closer to the 45-degree line that's the ideal line. So he even knows that. And it's been like that for a long time. Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter. They do the same thing, and he knows this.
We're going to take over Greenland. We're going to fight Denmark. We're going to go to war with Mexico. Insanity is what we're currently watching. And what are the Democrats doing? Oh, am I supposed to fight? So they just had, new DNC elections to pick the head of the DNC. This guy's name is Ken Martin. He ended up winning. Here's a clip of Ken Martin. Here's some of what he believes.
There are a lot of good billionaires out there that have been with Democrats who share our values, and we will take their money, but we're not taking money from those bad billionaires.
We don't have time to play around with this anymore.
So I think everybody showed that clip so far.
You are currently witnessing oligarchy take over completely. It's a plutocracy. It's a kleptocracy. It's an oligarchy. The robber barons have total control. The billionaires are really the ones who are steering the ship. It's never been more clear, ever. And your answer is, hey, there's some good ones, bro. Let's get money from the good ones, bro. Do you have
These are the people you support.
Any idea how powerful a rallying cry it would be if every Democrat came out and said in no uncertain terms, guys, we're done. We're done. We are all swearing off any and all billionaire money. It's over. It's done.
Why does it have to be Democrats? The Green Party already does this. They don't take corporate money, big PAC money. They don't take money from billionaires. There's already a party there. You know how exciting it would be if channels like Secular Talk that have 1.5 million followers and Majority Report and Jimmy Dore started bringing on Green Party people and even say, hey, my audience, all you people who watch me, call your local Green Party. If you want to run, tell them that you want to run. Let's try to fill these ballots. You have the voice to be able to make this happen. You do the exciting thing. Go left, be progressive. Ask people, hey, if you're really a progressive, maybe let's try this. The Democrats aren't doing anything. They're weak. They have no leadership. Let's try to fill up the Green Party. How about you call Andrea Ocasio-Cortez? How about you call Bernie Sanders? You got access to some of these people. Tell them, hey, we got this strategy. We're gonna leave the Democratic Party. We're gonna get independents who are progressive to join the Green Party so that we can get some politicians or whatever, some leadership in there and help it out. Have Jill Stein and all them. Let's run for maybe some other offices, and maybe AOC might be able to run for president in the Green Party. Who knows? But let's fill the Green Party. There is no revolutionary democratic thing to do in the Democratic Party.
Keep your fucking super PACs. Keep your fucking lobbyists. Keep your billionaire money. We are not interested. Keep your corporate money. All we are doing from now on to meet the gravity of the moment, we're only taking small dollar donations from regular Americans. I don't want any donation more than 3 digits. If somebody wants to go nuts and they happen to have an extra $999 they want to donate, by all means, go right ahead. But I don't want anything 4 digits or more, because we are not doing pay to play. We are not doing corruption. We are not doing legalized bribery. We're raising small dollar donations from all across this country because we are actually going to
Sounds very Green Party.
represent the people. We have no fucking interest in what the robber barons are selling. The robber barons are the ones who need to be taxed. We need to tax them, take that money, redistribute it, give everybody health care, give everybody higher wages. What are we talking about anymore?
You should be talking about the Green Party. Everybody health care, higher wages, both Green Party platforms.
Is there anybody who's going to represent regular people left in this country?
Democratic Socialists.
You are never going to beat the right at the...
But the thing is, when the progressives go in the Democratic Party, they either get pushed out or they become baby bears to mama bears. You need to change the parties, Kyle.
Game of plutocracy and oligarchy ever. They're always going to be the most pro-oligarchy and robber baron and plutocracy in the world. They always want to lower their taxes more, give them more corporate welfare. You're never going to outdo them on that. So wake the fuck up and hammer them over the head with the fact that they are deeply, deeply corrupt and Elon Musk is running the government right now. That's what you need to do. I don't want to hear fucking...
The robber barons have been running the government forever. You even did the video. It's so sad to see. Kyle, wake up. Do this in the mirror. Kyle, wake up. Go to the Progressive Party. Don't try to change the established center-right party that has got their foundation. They're not going to budge. They're not. Go to the party that has your same principles, your same outlook, whatever.
Word. Oh, the good billionaire. We're going to take money from the good billionaire. Fuck them. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, and fuck the so-called good billionaire. They're the problem. They're the problem. The problem is not immigrants. The problem is not trans people. The problem are not any of the fucking targets that MAGA seeks out. None of them are the problem. That's all a distraction. The real problem are the billionaires, are the corporations. We're done with this game. We're going to rein them in. They have total control of this country, and it's time for that to stop, and it's time for the American people to have control of this country again. So, the good billionaires, fuck off. We don't want that. And the other thing is, like, they would say, oh, but we're leaving so much money on the table and that can hurt us. Bullshit. If every single Democrat came out and made the pledge, we're not taking any more fucking billionaire money, no more corporate money, period. If every Democrat raised the way Bernie Sanders raises his money, if every Democrat did that, you would see a groundswell of support for the Democrats that you haven't seen since fucking FDR and the New Deal. Somebody go, oh, finally, they fucking get it. Finally, they get it. Everybody would start...
Well, if that's what you want, the Green Party already gets it. DSA already gets it. Go to who gets it.
Opening up their wallets and donating $5 or $10 or $20 or $70 or whatever it may be. But it doesn't occur to them. They have institutional brain rot. So it doesn't occur to them like, this is an option. This is on the menu. This is what you need to do.
It is an option. It is on the menu. Go to the Green Party. Educate your audience about the Green Party. Get Crystal Ball to talk about it on Breaking Points. And then get the majority report. Get everybody started talking about it. You guys talk to Mike Figueredo. I forget exactly how to say his last name. Get him to talk about the Green Party. Get his audience, and he's in the left mafia or whatever they call themselves. Get all them to talk about the Green Party and DSA if they're really left-wing and progressive. But again, you need to tell your audiences to go sign up for the Green Party. Let's get this groundswell and get the Green Party built up. Show the progressive Democrats that we can do this. Get people to start running for office. Small offices, big offices, all the offices. Fill the tickets so that when people go to vote, they can see, I have a Green Party option, a DSA option for every line, every place, every candidate. There's a Green Party option. It should say Green Party /DSA on all our candidates. all the way up and down the ticket, so you could just check the box that says down ballot.
And at the same time, you say we're only taking through small dollar donations. You could also say we're going to fight money in politics and get the fucking corrupting money out of the system. There will be no more billionaire money. There will be no more robber baron money. There will be no more lobbyist money or corporate money or super PAC money. We're done. We're done.
Green Party's down with ranked choice voting. All the stuff Kyle says he's down for. There's a party that he could help build. He wanted to build the progressive Democrat thing. I forget. Oh, Democrats United Democrats, or I forget, some kind of Democrat thing, but then he said it even got taken over. So you can't do it within the Democratic Party. You just can't.
Wake up,
Kyle.
You are never going to out-oligarchy them. You are never going to out-robber baron them, nor should you. Because substantively, when you take money from the billionaires, you represent the billionaires more. If Mark Cuban comes in and gives you through a super PAC $50 million to run a campaign, who do you think you're going to represent if and when you get into power? You're going to represent Mark Cuban and do what he wants, or you're going to represent the grandma in Cleveland who sent you $5 fucking because she wants to have more money in her Social Security check? These people are disgusting. These people are fucking disgusting more. So the outgoing DNC chair, Jamie Harrison, he says...
He's able to say these people are effing disgusting. These people are fucking disgusting. But he's going to tell you to vote for them. He's not going to tell you about the Green Party. He's not going to tell you about DSA. This is crazy.
Well, Democrats should have stuck with Joe Biden in 2024. That was the problem. This is your fucking thought process? This is where your mind goes, given everything we're currently witnessing? Your brain goes towards, the problem was Kamala. We should have went with the guy whose brain was melting out of his earlobes. This is where your mind went? This is the lack of objectivity that we're currently witnessing? This is how deep your inability to diagnose reality goes? You think if we just ran the fucking carcass, everything would have worked out well? Internal polls had Biden losing with over 400 electoral college votes, and this is your fucking takeaway? This guy is an abysmal failure. Because if he was honest, he would have realized, hey, any system that gave us Joe Biden, where we played fucking Weekend at Bernie's and pretended like he was okay when he wasn't, the system is the problem. We need real reform. We need a page one fucking rewrite. The fact that we got to the point where Biden was even in question is part of the fucking problem. It's amazing to me. So he doesn't look at the state of affairs and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we got to fight harder. Maybe we got to, in substance and in principle, disagree with the right and their robber baron antics. Maybe we should actually have our own vision. Hey, it's not trans people that are the problem. It's not immigrants that are the problem. It's the robber barons. It's the billionaires. We're going to tax them. We're going to give everybody health care. We're going to give you a 4-day work week. We're going to raise Social Security payments. None of this is occurring to him. It's just, you should have put the carcass up there instead. I'm still not done. So this is from the DNC. And these are the kinds of conversations they're having. These are the kind of speeches that they're giving. Ready? Listen to this.
See that guy?
Rules specify that when we have a gender non-binary candidate or officer, the non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced. With the results of the previous 4 elections, our elected officers are currently 2 male and 2 female. In order to be gender balanced, we must elect 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender.
It's a bit too complicated.
So again, this is what we have to do for this vice chair race. We have to elect 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. To ensure our process accounts for male, female, and non-binary candidates, we conferred with our RBC co-chair, our LGBT caucus co-chair, and others to ensure that the process is inclusive and meets the gender balance requirements in our rules.
All right, that goes on. You get the point. Let me be clear. I am 100% in favor of equality, and I'm 100% in favor of diversity. But these are the fucking conversations you're having? These are the rules you're discussing at this current moment in time? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? I'm not done.
But then, why are you supporting this party? Are you out of your mind?
Welcome. The Democratic National Committee wishes to acknowledge that we gather together to state our values on lands that have been stewarded through many centuries by the ancestors and the descendants of tribal nations who have been
But again, it doesn't mean nothing to say something if you're not going to do something.
here since time immemorial.
They did a land acknowledgement before having this gathering. Let me be clear. 100% pro Native Americans, pro indigenous peoples and their rights, 100% pro diversity, all that stuff. But to be acting like this after you got fucking walloped and not to acknowledge this 5-alarm fire that we're currently witnessing. We don't have time to do this bullshit, to do this virtue signaling. That's out the window. Guys, look at this.
If we don't have time to do the virtual signaling and this BS, why stay with the party that you know is just going to keep progressives down? We don't have time for that. There will be never a time where you take over the Democratic Party. Never. The Green Party is already taken over. Just build it. If you build it, they will come.
New York Times, quote, "We have no coherent message. Democrats struggle to oppose Trump."
Perfect.
You struggle to oppose Trump?
Right?
It has never been easier to oppose Trump. I've never seen a slew of more damaging executive orders and laws and actions taken in such a short fucking time frame in my entire life. Day one, he signed a bill that raises drug prices, he signed an executive order that raises drug prices. Day one, he said, forget drain the swamp, fill the swamp. I'm going to get rid of all the rules for my cabinet to not be corrupt. Day one, he did this, pardoning 1,500 January 6ers, including ones that assaulted officers, including ones that we now know are grapists and fredophiles that we got after the fact. It has never been more easy. Elon Musk, a South African robber baron billionaire, the richest man in the world, seized the treasury after giving Trump over $250 million during the election.
Well, Bill Gates seized our education system, I think, was it when Barack was in office? But, I mean, they don't care. They sell it to the highest bidder no matter who's in, no matter whatever the highest bidder wants. They'll sell that to them, be it education or whatever.
What
man.
are you struggling to find?
The Green Party?
Let me lay it out for you simply. Rule number one, fight, fight, fight. Fight in Congress, fight in the courts, fight by organizing in the streets and protesting relentlessly, fight by organizing. Rule number one is we are done with this. We're not fucking...
We should be done with this. The Democratic Party. They don't fight. They don't organize. I thought rule number one should be organize, organize, organize. Get out in the streets. Get the people together. Do things. Have barbecues, but like do stuff around schools. Build food forests. Build community gardens. All kinds of things. Whatever. But like fight. The Democrats don't fight. The Green Party will fight for you. If we all run, not all, if we all join the Green Party, get some people to run, you get regular people to run for office, and then we vote for them and put them in office, they'll know what regular people want.
Playing patty cakes. You're going to get nothing through if we have any say in it whatsoever. And if you guys want to go full fascist, well, at that point, you got to hope the court step in, and you got to hope they go, okay, the court said X, so we're going to stop. But this is how damaging and devastating the current moment is. The fascist takeover has fucking happened, and we're witnessing it in real time, and your reaction is, we have no coherent message. We don't know how to oppose Trump. You don't know how... Every single person who doesn't know how to oppose Trump in this moment needs to retire, needs to step aside.
They're not going to.
Go pick up a fucking hobby. Go play Parcheesi or Magic the Gathering.
But see, in 2016, they showed you they would rather have Trump than a Bernie Sanders type. The establishment of the Democratic Party is not thinking about a left-wing, a progressive person. They much rather have a Trump than a left-winger. They don't mind tax cuts for the rich. They'll add a little taxes for the rich these days, but they're not gonna do anything that's steadfast or gonna be there forever. They're not gonna codify a high tax code or anything.
Go lay on a beach and sip a mojito somewhere. What I like the fact it's never been.
So let's put them on the beach. All you progressive YouTube channels, let's do like a 4 or 8 year plan. Let's fill the ballots right now. As soon as we can, start talking about the Green Party. You guys need to start talking about the Green Party today, tomorrow, right now. Get all your followers to get in the Green Party. Get whoever wants to run, fill the ballot. In 2 years, what is that, the midterms? Get as many people in as we can. If we can get like 5 people in every state, that'll show something. All right, then in another 2 years, we run for president and everything else. But now we have the ballot filled, and people can say, oh, they're actually trying to do something. And maybe we get that 5%. Then in another 2 years, we got midterms, and maybe we take Congress by storm. And then in 2 years, we can get our presidency, and that'd be 8 years down the line, 7 years down the line, depending on where you take the date from. But yes, let's do that. That is going to be that'd be even easier. That'd actually be easier than taking over the Democratic Party. We've been trying to take over the Democratic Party. We thought we had it with Barack Obama. That was a lie. And then, but you see, so we thought Barack was a progressive. What's that, like 16, 20 years now? We've been progressifying the Democratic Party, and now we're at the worst place in the Democratic Party, you would say, and I don't know how long. So let's not do this.
Easier to fight back and to oppose, because there's not a single thing that he's done since he got in office which is positive. You don't know how to fight him? We just had fucking 3 plane crashes, and he froze hiring for airline safety, and you don't know how to fight him? You don't know how to oppose him? I mean, I am just baffled by this.
But I'm gonna back you.
I'm not done. This is actually, believe it or not, this actually fucking gets worse. Ready? Look at this. From the article.
If you escaped the Maui wildfire.
It's wild that he can just say he knows they don't know what to do, but then he's still going to back them. Why would you back somebody that you know doesn't know what to do?
Mr. Schumer responded that Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey was in charge of Senate Democrats' social media and praised the job he was doing. Last week, Mr. Booker delivered a PowerPoint presentation to fellow Democrats about how to deliver their message online. In the slides, which were obtained by the New York Times, Mr. Booker offered his colleagues guidance on how often to post on each platform. Instagram once or twice a day, Facebook once a day, LinkedIn 3 to 5 times a week, X 2 to 5 times a day, TikTok 1 to 4 times a day. This is your reaction to this moment? This is your reaction? Well, maybe 3 or 4 times on this platform, maybe once or twice on that platform, maybe 5 or 6. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm literally seeing Democratic accounts say things like, you know, it sure is the case that this administration is looking out for Wall Street, not Main Street. Guys, you're talking like it's 2012 right now. You are so far gone, so out of date. The party picked Jerry Connolly, a 74-year-old with fucking esophageal cancer, to lead the oversight committee over Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
She should go to the Green
Jerry
Party.
Connolly tweets something and gets fucking 12 retweets.
She could go to the Green Party and be one of the leaders, maybe even the presidential candidate. I doubt even Jill Stein still wants to run for president. They probably want a younger person to come up in here and lead.
AOC gets 12,000. This party is ossified. This party is not up to the challenge of the moment.
Then let's switch parties.
If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to fight, then just step aside, get out of the way.
No, if the party doesn't know how to fight, just go to the Green Party. There is such an easier solution. We cannot take over the Democratic Party. It's beating a dead horse.
You're making this more difficult for people who actually care, for people who actually give a shit, for people who actually believe in something. And I think that's the core of the problem here. You can only have the leader of the DNC say something like, we love the good billionaires, we don't like the bad billionaires, if they don't actually believe in anything. Guys, I got news for you. Everybody in MAGA, to their core, sincerely believes the reason this country is going down the wrong track is trans people and immigrants, because they've been convinced by right-wing propaganda that those groups are the problem. And they're going to stop at nothing to make the lives of trans people and immigrants hell. And your job is not to meet them halfway and say, maybe we'll do some anti-trans things and maybe we'll do a bunch of anti-immigrant things. Your job is to say, your whole fucking worldview is preposterously stupid and dead wrong, and the problem are not the trans people, we're going to protect them. The problem are not the immigrants, we're going to protect them too. The problem are the robber barons. The problem are the billionaires.
So that's pretty much what the Green Party says. I don't know if they said exactly like that. Don't quote me exactly, but we're open to the LGBTQ community and all people, immigrants, and all colors of people. So, I mean, there's a party there, Kyle, for that. Just see it. But I really do think it would be far easier to fill a party that already has your values and your platform than it would be to change a party that is entrenched in just capitalism and billionaires and was millionaires a few years ago. Now it's billionaires and hefty millionaires. But there's already a party that has your values. Why not just use your platform and all your connections and just help fill it? It would not be that hard. It'd be much easier.
They've rigged the government in their favor. They give themselves tax cuts and deregulation and corporate welfare and subsidies. They run out the back door with all the money as regular Americans struggle. They've effectively stolen $50 trillion from the bottom 90% since 1974. Here is your message. But you have to act.
Since 1974, Trump got in office in 2017, right after 2016 was the vote. 1974, it's like 40-something years. That's 40 years-ish. Trump didn't do that. Like, what are you talking about? The Democrats have been feckless and weak since the 60s, since after the 60s, probably since 1974. After the civil rights and all that stuff, they probably started giving up on stuff around 1974 when they let the money transfer up or whatever you're saying. Like,
actually believe it. You have to actually internalize it. You have to actually realize, no, they truly are the problem. The corporations and the robber barons are the problem.
What if there's a party that knows
And if
this?
you believe that they're the problem, all the solutions are easy to understand. You need to tax the wealthy. You need to redistribute and give everybody health care.
Yes,
give everybody
Party.
a 4-day work week. Increase Social Security payments.
Green Party?
These are the things you need to fight for. Get money out of...
I don't know if they say the 4-day work week, but I mean, I'm pretty sure the Green Party would like to have less work and more workers working, but like a 4-day work week or maybe a 6-hour work day, 4-hour work day, different things, whatever. Different ideas, but similar.
Out of politics completely. How about you do an infrastructure bill that's not just an update on our infrastructure? You make us #1 in the world when it comes to our infrastructure. A multi-trillion-dollar bill to give us the airports that are the envy of the world and the roads that are the envy of the world, and to make this country genuinely beautiful. You don't know how...
So look at my permaculture video. Green Party thinks of things like these, doing scenery, fruit, all kinds of manicuring the land. But yes, probably even having solar roads, solar freaking roads. When's the last time you seen that video?
How to fight back against this in this moment? Again, I can't reiterate this enough. Step the fuck aside. If the answers aren't clear to you, you're in the wrong field.
But if
Rule
they're
number
not,
1.
If they're not going to step aside, again, you have the platform, you have the connections, you have the friends. Fill the Green Party. Just fill the Green Party. Let the Democrats be right there. They don't need to move at all. Let them stay center right. Let the Republicans stay right wing. And then give the Green Party a voice and let the people hear actual progressives speak. And then they can make a real decision. Do y'all want to be center-right liberals? Y'all want to be left-wing progressives? Build a community? Do you want to be far-right conservatives and do Trumpian things? So they'll have a choice now.
Fight, resist. You fight in the House, you fight in the Senate, you fight in the courtrooms. You fight by organizing and getting bodies in the street. You don't fucking take no for an answer. You fight relentlessly and ruthlessly, and you call out every single bullshit thing they do, every single thing that harms the American people. Fight. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is correctly analyze the problem in this country. It's the robber barons who've destroyed this country. It's the corporations and the corruption that has destroyed this country.
Actually, the fight right now, I think it needs to be build. Democrats aren't going to fight no matter what you say. Build. Green Party, DSA, left-wing, progressive coalitions. Let's bring everybody together under one big, huge tent, a people's tent, and run and take this over.
Root it out, fucking root and stem. Pull it out, root and stem. That's what you do. You tax them, you redistribute, you look out for the American people. We need a new deal. We need an economic bill of rights like FDR was working on before he passed away. That was the last time we had a vision for this country, which was a real, serious vision. And instead, you're having fucking get-togethers with Cory Booker. Post on this website 3 times. Post what? Post what? They're lost. They are lost. I'm still not done, y'all. I'm still not done. You ready? House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries. Sinwar is gone. And Hamas is on the run. And Iran is at one of its weakest points in decades. We can't take our foot off the gas pedal until Iran is brought to its knees for the good of the world.
Well, this is a Democrat Warhawk, Hakeem Jeffries. I thought he was supposed to be one of the good ones, but hey, he's out here wanting to, what do you say, can't take our foot off the gas. Go to war. Let's do it. Let's kill Iran. Jesus.
This is what he was saying at a get-together. He's looking at an administration right now, the Trump administration, which is clearly warmongering with Greenland, Denmark, Panama, Venezuela, Mexico, Iran, Somalia, and I might even be missing a few because, of course, he's going to keep the drone war going in the other places as well, Iraq, Afghanistan, etc. He's warmongering with these places. They want to create the American technate. They want Canada to become the 51st state. They want Mexico to become part of the U.S., and they're doing that under the guise of, we're going to attack the drug cartels / invade Mexico. No big deal. They want Greenland. It's all laid out there. It's all right in front of your face. Trump would go after the neocons in the past and pretend to be anti-war. He called Liz Cheney a warmonger. He called Kamala Harris a warmonger. And nobody's ever warmongered more than Donald Trump right now. He puts George W. Bush to shame with the number of countries he wants to invade, he wants to bomb, and he wants to steal. And your reaction to that is to say, bro, we got to make sure we go after Iran. We can't take our foot off the gas pedal until Iran is brought to his knees.
And then again, this is the party that you're backing. The Green Party person would not say this.
You're calling for regime change in Iran when you have a psychopathic, bloodthirsty, warmonger, neocon, maniac imperialist who's currently sitting in the White House. So your criticism is get more hawkish? Your criticism is do more war, topple more governments? This is your fucking criticism? You should resign in shame.
No, you should change parties right now.
You should resign in shame. You should be nowhere near any position of power. Do you believe in fucking nothing? Or is the reality the dark thing that appears right in front of us, which is, you guys just want a slightly softer, gentler fascism. Is that what it is?
Oh my gosh. Yes, that is exactly what it is. And you know this, and you've been knowing it. And for some reason, your Trump derangement syndrome won't let you see it. Nowadays, I don't understand. Just leave the Democrats alone. They got nothing for you.
Is that what it is? Do you look at the actions of robber barons illegally hacking the treasury and go, well, I mean, Elon's good with numbers, so I guess maybe, even though Congress has the power of the purse, even though this is wildly illegal and unconstitutional, even though he's deleting the contractors who compete with him, even though he's wiping out USAID and other government agencies, he has no authority to do that, even though they're purging the entire system. Hey, he's a businessman. Is that what you really think? Because if that's what you really think, become a Republican. Join MAGA.
Oh, man, no. That is the Democratic Party. Just, Kyle, please, pull your head out. Go left. If you're progressive, if you're left, your only choice is the Green Party and the DSA. And building a left-wing coalition, those are the two biggest left-wing parties. And then find all the other small left-wing parties, progressive parties, bring them in under the tent, and let's fill the ballot.
Join MAGA. Because clearly, there's no there. There's no core for you.
Democratic Party, no
there's
core.
An actual version.
MAGA believes in some things. They believe that immigrants need to leave, right? It seems like they believe men are over women a bit. They have beliefs, right? They believe in John Galt. They believe that the rich should lead us, that the more money you have, that's your smartometer, right? So Elon Musk, Donald Trump was like, he ain't never done that, but he's a businessman. Hey, we want him to run the company. We want him to run the U.S. like a company, right? That was the whole thing. And so when you say that, and he brings in all these company men, he's doing what they wanted him to do. They believe in something. The Democrats, they don't. They believe almost in, like, they believe more, they believe in money, corporations and stuff like that. They don't believe in people or nothing like that. But they don't have any real strong value. They just kind of want to look like they believe in people but keep the money. The Green Party believes in people, believes in community. DSA, the same. Believes in people, believes in community. And you know it. You go to if you're listening to this, like, share, subscribe, send this out to people. But you yourself, call the local Green Party. Go to a local Green Party meeting. They're all online right now, or not all of them, but it's real easy right now. You could do it through Zoom and stuff. Most of the meetings, you can Zoom on. Even if they are where you go meet, they'll still probably have it on Zoom where if you can't make it, you can still Zoom in if you have the time. But yes, the Democratic Party does not stand for anything, Kyle, and you know this. You've been know this, but TDS got you just messed up.
Version of left-wing politics which needs to be fought for. There's an actual mentality and ideology and philosophy which is worth fighting for.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that includes being anti-war.
Yes.
Anti-war, believing in diplomacy and negotiation and making everything better.
Ending the endless wars is on the Green Party platform. That's part of the platform.
That includes not sparking idiotic trade wars on a fucking whim. That includes...
Well, yeah, that's not a... I don't think that's a platform thing. We're not going to try to spark trade wars, but, you know, we're more communal and more trying to do agreements with people than trade wars.
Raising taxes on the wealthy and redistributing and giving people a fair shot in this country. Wipe out the medical debt. Give people universal health care.
Universal health care,
right?
yes,
Wipe out the student loan debt.
I don't know if that's one on the platform.
Increase Social Security payments. Do Social Security for all. Do a 4-day work week. Paid vacation time. There's a lot that is worth.
So I can't say that the Green Party wants to do all of that. They might. I'm not exactly sure the entire platform, but, you know, we're pretty close to most of that stuff. And if that's really what you want, act like it.
Fighting for, and they have stumbled on fucking none of it.
So
what
let's
they do
back
is
them even more.
They have their little get-together, little DNC get-together. And what they do to try to virtue signal and posture like they're lefties is the landing.
Virtue signal and posture like they're lefties. You know it. You already know it. If you know it, why do you back it? You have been a big channel now for over 10 years, I would say. I've been watching you. I think I started watching you when you came out, Kyle, 2012-ish or so. Okay, I could see not jumping on the Green Party then, but for 10 years, since Bernie, since 2016, you should have seen the light. You should have tried to get Bernie to run green in 2020. I don't know if you know him at all, really. I think you've interviewed him before, but we should have been pushing the Green Party since 2016, right after 2016. You should have pushed Green Party so hard for the 2018 midterms. But you want to stick with the Democrats and push the Democratic Party and just keep it the same. It's going to stay the same.
Acknowledgement is the fucking quotas around gender for the leadership positions in the DNC. This is what they're doing. Well, I got news for you. Nobody's buying your fucking trick anymore. It's a hack trick. It's a hack trick. They got to wake up. They got to fight.
They're not going to.
Look, at the very least, I never thought in a million years I would miss the days of the 2016 resistance, 2017 resistance. Because I had a lot of issues with how they did that resistance. I think they focused on many of the wrong things. I think they leaned in on the wrong issues. I think some of the stuff, there wasn't that much there. Russiagate, of course, comes to mind. I was a real critic of some of that stuff.
Wasn't that a lie?
I never thought I'd look back through rose-colored glasses and say, you know what? At least they were fighting.
At least they were lying.
What the fuck are they doing now?
Wow.
What is this? What is this?
So that's where you can tell you got a little bit of brain rot, right? You're like, at least he's going to pick out the lie of the whole situation and say that's the... he didn't say it was the number one thing, but that was the example that he used, right? That... Why? What part of... Pick a better part of the resistance that maybe wasn't a proven lie, right?
Anybody who is actually showing some fight should be leading the party right now.
Oh, no. They should just be going to the Green Party and start helping that party build, lead there, lead the people, lead the community. Jeez, this is getting so
And, you know, I have issues with AOC, but she's showing some fight and she's focusing on some of the right issues. Let her lead. I have issues with fucking Gavin Newsom for a million things, but at least he's responding within an hour or two. If there's some fucking misinformation Trump puts out there about California, they're on top of it like that. Step aside. Let somebody who at least has some fight in them
Gavin Newsom, the city planner. Let's let him lead.
Lead. Not begging Trump to be more of a warmonger. Not virtue signaling over a land acknowledgement at a time when the fascists are literally storming the halls of power and seizing the treasury. And that's what you're doing? Oh, God.
That's who you're backing. Oh,
I think I've made myself crystal clear that if you're not going to fight, if you're not going to be defiant, step aside. If you don't actually represent an ideology, if you don't know the correct narrative that robber barons have destroyed this country, corporations have destroyed this country, you need to step aside for those of us who do understand that. Because we actually believe in something.
No,
we actually will stand for something. We actually will fight for something. We actually...
Kyle, if you do, Green Party's your only choice. Green Party, DSA, let's build a left-wing coalition. The Democrats are a center-right party. AOC will tell you, Very few people in there are progressive. And if we start building the Green Party, I'm sure they'll come over.
We will resist. We actually will call a spade and tell the truth relentlessly. And if you can't do that, I can't reiterate this enough. It's time for you to retire. Hey, y'all, do me a favor.
So they're not going to do it. The Democratic Party is not going to fight for you, and they're not going to step aside. They're going to stay establishment. And if you feel like he's talking, we need to go green. DSA, left-wing coalitions, build all that stuff, and prove it. And he would know this if he looked at things from across the spectrum. Doesn't seem like he does.